Hello, Martin here, and welcome back to some more Kerbal Space Program. Chat to the side. Now then, last time, I think I was, actually I should check what. Here we go. Okay. I'll come back to do that in the video probably. That's going to be a lot of walking. Going to take time, still waiting on window, that. Preparing to get the asteroid for this one. And yeah, he's actually lock back up and then get back out into orbit with that one. Okay, see now. I think it's this one. Asteroid name and not the asteroid catcher. I put the wrong one. Oh. Like something in there. There we go. Light. Probe. Some point. Asteroid Kerbal. This is the actual one which I'd meant to send out. Because this one could have the Delta V hopefully actually slow down the asteroid and capture it. Just go by nuclear, we've got about 4 kilometers or 3.5 kilometers Delta V. 5 kilometers. Right, because we get rid of... Right, this is going to be incorrect because it's not taking into account that it doesn't have enough oxidized. Let's see, ISP 321 seconds compared to the 100 seconds. Now then, we need to get this to match up with... I have it somewhere. But this is one I think I want to... Maybe it isn't right. Well, with that, I want to capture... Write it down. ZTC90. This has a maneuver node. It's gone past its maneuver node. The orbiting maneuver node, why is that? In any case, I will be getting rid of it. Set target. This is what I need to match up with. And actually, how long is it until that closest approach? Okay, that asteroid, if I pull up the alarm clock, I think I should be able to see it. The 62 days. Can't select it. Back out. Set as target again. So it's going to come up from the top and then go down. I need the argument of periapsis to be about here. Where's the means of there? Okay, so that line. If I try to do the same thing, calculator. If I try to do the same thing that I did with the asteroid namer mission, pretty sure I've sent actually to the wrong asteroid. Well, I send it to the moon to do a gravity assist off of it. I won't be able to do a gravity assist off of Kerbin, I don't think. Only off of the moon. We are going to need to do a approximately 76-degree inclination change. Inclination change is the cheapest when you're going slowest. I now just add a maneuver here. How large is that maneuver? Okay. It's just in a kilometer. I should have about a kilometer left to slow down. Maybe hope that it's enough. I mean, if we have a look, can't tell like what its orbital parameters would be, like what its not eccentricity, but actually yes, eccentricity. 0 is a circle, 1 would be parabola? And then beyond one is hyperbola, I think. So, yes, I do want to go up at that point. If I some more grade. I'm bending downwards. Where's the argument? There we go. No, that's not it. Inclination. Relative inclination. 2? Is that relative? And side of things, so too much retrograde. Well, let's see how much I can get from a moon encounter. Keeping in mind this is about that might be why issues. Okay. Increase my brightness. Currently I can't quite see. Yeah. Yeah. Now the second one is when I'm retrograde? What? Is there now a third maneuver node? No? Okay, I'm just confused, I guess. The moon is this one. Okay. Let's just try to go mean distance first. I would actually already get an encounter. Need to go underneath so that we get our inclination above. If we have a look at the moon. At the moment, we'd be going through the moon. That's a good place to start. I don't think this would have much of an impact. Go ahead and put in 100 meters a second, see how much change we get. Not much. We go ahead and mid-course correction if it'll let me zoom out. And if we add in 100 here, yep, much more of an impact. Then adjust our first one down a bit. $42. How do I get it closer? Hello. I am trying to remember how to do multi-maneuver nodes inclination changes on using gravity assist. So yeah. How do I get this closer again? Earlier does seem to help at least. Up to a degree. Out as much as I can get that way. So, go back to our second maneuver node. Maybe if we go, I think we'll need to adjust here instead, because this is where I'm going, trying to get underneath the moon. So maybe I'm pushing too far down. Yeah, instead. Yeah. 43 degrees. That is bringing us close to the moon. Yeah, only mod I have is Planet Shine. I mean, it's not exactly advanced. The only thing that I've really done is get into interplanetary space. I haven't actually gotten to Eve yet. But I've mostly just been... I haven't been doing much time warping. But I have sent several missions to the moon and Minmus. Yeah, I can see... And yeah, alarm clock is stock. Decreasing the amount of what's it called, normal or anti-normal burn, but because we bring close to the moon, that will increase our inclination difference, so change our inclination faster. Although that's now starting to go up. I need another way up, bringing us close to the to the moon. Also pinned that one. But this, no, that's pushing us further away. Also going further away now. Do I need to do... No, it doesn't seem to be doing anything. How do I get closer? Oh, nice. So, just for reference, if we don't do anything, we go through the moon. So, more directly underneath. Just because of timing that I can't, maybe? I go back to the first maneuver node and tell it to be in orbit later. What happens when... And do the nice amount. Yes, going through the moon isn't nice, but it's a good place to start. Okay, wait. How long is the... Could I maybe do multiple gravity assists? Once again, I've got 62 days for this one, yep. I'm trying to just gravity assist because I want to get to this asteroid with a 70-degree inclination, passing right by Kerbal. But just getting 70-degree inclination change is rough. Honestly, I might just be better off launching a new rocket into a polar orbit. I mean, I do have the polar launch sites. Give that a shot, actually. Somehow I'll time up until the launch site's in line. Just trying to figure out what angle would I need my launch to be in. I'll leave the air. I'm gonna need to redo it again because it burns in 20 minutes or so. So if I'm going to try to do a polar launch, I would need to then reset that. Retry that one. But if I do a polar launch, sure, focus Kerbal. I'll probably want to start the polar launch and then just do a smaller inclination change. I think, probably. I'm gonna figure out what polar orbit would be closest. Polar orbit this way. Which one gives the smallest angle? Trying to just visualize it, and that's not ideal. I think maybe something similar to this one? I think something similar to Scanner's one. But let's just go back to the Space Center, I guess. Okay, can I launch to other sites from here? Go to VAB. That's the other. That would have worked. Oh well. Doesn't matter if I'm launching another grabber into orbit. Do I have any action groups that I need to pay attention to? That seems fine. Right, and as long as I'm able to connect to it, I should be fine for Delta V. Nothing for launching? Okay, cool. Glacier Lake. Save, and then time warp to a... Actually, first of all, so main mission is to capture the asteroid, so now eventually need to put it in orbit of the moon for a moon base as one of the contracts. So this one. Build the facility into a previously undisturbed Class D asteroid. So I'm going to need to get the encounter, rendezvous with it, and then get it into the moon. But I just need to capture it into Kerbin first, really. So if I need more Delta V in order to make that happen, then so be it. Okay. Guess maybe up to around here. Maybe that's close enough. I don't think I'll be able to see inclination exactly from the target. If I go into a polar orbit now, I'll get... so that isn't actually going towards Kerbin. That is just... It's not exactly in Kerbin's orbit. It's kind of going between... It's in the mid-zone where... so basically, if you go far enough out from Kerbin's orbit, then you're considered orbiting the star. If you then get far enough back in, then you go back to orbiting Kerbin. It's in that middle range at the moment. So it's basically just going to... The idea is it will orbit the star, but just outside of Kerbin's sphere of influence. But sometimes it does weird stuff like that. Anyway, let's see. If I... Just a bit longer, I think. Oop, that was possibly a bit too much longer. Okay, so I'm going to try to go for... What is with that orientation? Oh dear. I guess that's because maybe the launch site itself is rotated. I need to go mostly south, but about 70... Ooh, that's going to be... Let's see, 13 degrees off, I think. Okay, well, now's as good a time as any. That does not seem right amount. Just wait. I'm supposed to have... Ooh, I did not think which way. Is it east or west? I need to head. Let's just go south for now. Oh. South would be this way. I need to go... Not south, but... east? Southeast-ish. North. Go this way. Except then I need to actually know which way to point a rocket. confused. Yeah. This has confused me. Yes. Okay. Yeah, so for reverts, it depends. If it's like something has crashed or something, then yeah, I won't revert that. Unless it's something like SAS doing something stupid. Because SAS does like to do stupid stuff. We'll make an exception this time because I kind of forgot to figure out directions. I will need to time warp. Oh, yeah, time warp will work. Okay. Yeah, I go right for to go east with north on the bottom. So yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Once again, I do want to go east. That will get us into a mostly polar orbit. I am not used to doing polar launches. So, go. Round. I think I've designed it that then this will take, if I press right, it will go east. Yes. Got most of the authority control in terms of whatever they're called, elevons in this way, I think. If we go into maneuver inclination, no, that's still saying 73. I'm not sure of them. Is to tell. That is anti-target. Maybe that's what I want? I don't know. What's inclination looking like? Not that. Not inclination, target height. Oops. Oops. I've looked at the fuel and I thought I was out. Oh, okay. I think I might need more thrust then. Yeah, more, not thrust, but more boosters. Guess because of the polar orbit. Okay, point grid rate. Able to? No. Okay. Oh, this doesn't have any parachutes at all, but let's see if I can maybe salvage some of this. Retrograde. I want altitude. Weight of 2.7. try to get some kind of amount of drag from this. We'll kilometer up. 500 meters up. I don't think I'm going to really be able to land this properly. Oh, it didn't all crash at least. Oh, oh, a bit more crashed. Now, if it was flat ground, I would have been fine. Slight issue in that we were not on flat ground. And thus not fine. Let's pick up all the debris. And then I will put more boosters on this to get it up into orbit. Yeah, that's enough to get into an equatorial orbit, not enough to get it into a polar orbit. Okay. That's one of the reasons why SpaceX doesn't land on mountains. Look, I have the money to spare. I can throw some of it away. Maybe though, I still could. Not gonna be in tree. Just thinking I could something around here. And it's not going to tree mode. I have to manually position. Here. Okay, too close. Flush with the top and with the side. Okay. More solid rocket boosters is totally the solution. It would be under engines. Thoroughbred, I think? Yes. At least that's what the current one is. Ooh, getting these to be the same height might be a tad difficult. Now, one thing I am copying from SpaceX is kind of grid fins. Kind of. Okay, first of all, that is not lined up. That's much better. Okay, now, height-wise, down. That make the most sense. We go. We'll be under aerodynamics for the nose cone. Yeah, so the grid fins do work. So I remember I had issues launching this into an equatorial orbit because I just didn't have the control authority. But adding this in worked. Check for height. That seems perfect. Top and then top here. That's thrust weight. Not perfect. Other ones do with a bit more. Yes, if I put this in, then the thrust limiter. Yeah, I do tend to prefer the more like doing what was it, asparagus staging, but I mean I already have this boosters on the side with the grid fins. If this doesn't work, I probably will just I probably will just switch to putting one of my launch vehicles boosters underneath, launching that way. Maybe I could put in maybe around here, put in a pairing. We'll see. These also need to go down there. These will need to go first, then the side ones, and then finally those ones. And hopefully this is enough. Save that and launch from Glacier Lake. I mean, the thoroughbreds, because they were already there, honestly. Probably would be better off with Clydesdale, but I kind of like the idea. Oh, right. Struts. I remember them at one point and then immediately forgot. So symmetry again. Side. Underneath might be a bit hard. Accept to each other, except that way. Yep, very expensive fireworks. And I think actually I can probably connect, like, up. Good measure. extra good measure? Or is that maybe enough? I'm gonna say that's maybe enough. And hope for the best. Now, part of the reason I was using grid fins is because I had the boosters on the side already. Now it isn't, what? Isn't where I meant to launch from. Yeah, so I had the boosters on the side, and that kind of was getting in the way of the fins. Can I save a launch site? I don't think I can, but we'll try. Okay. Yep. First of all, once again, asteroid. Close enough. Launch. Go. Do. Left turn. "85 seconds left of this. I activate the engine. Might need to. Yeah, let's put in this stage. A bit more horizontal. Let's push down a bit. How high? Perhaps it's 15. Right. Side ones. Okay. Should be actually fine. Minute to apoapsis. I only really need to turn it on once these boosters turn off. Let's bring it back up. Actually, got a minute. Where our current apoapsis is, I will just bring it back down. Yeah, 10% science save. It's doable. It's certainly something that is doable, but not exactly easy. I want to bring my orbit a bit more southerly, I think. Right? No, I want to bring it a bit more northerly? No, southerly. No, I did want to go northerly, and I was more northerly. And those words certainly mean something. I want to curve it this way, more towards currently north. Yes, I will try to get into orbit first. Actually, let's try. I think, yeah, we'll be high enough now that... Oh. I've still got quite a bit of solid fuel left. Let's start going down a bit. Really just get rid of the... although apoapsis is declining still. Maybe I will just go to the horizon. Oh, and we're nearly at... Okay. I didn't realise that a minute had gone past that quick. So keep from descending too quickly and just focus on getting that periapsis done with. Going to be a bit difficult to... Okay. Soon though I'll be able to activate the... go. Now I can do the more efficient. Shut down that engine as well for now, and I guess put it into... Let's see, 8 degrees off. That's not too bad. And let's just physics swap up. Yeah. Although, thinking about it, yeah, it would... Because I've seen some pretty crazy things in KSP with people building spaceships almost entirely out of decouplers to get to the moon. So, I mean, the low science yield is possible. What I kind of want to do isn't that, though. I'm not quite that masochistic. Yeah, let's just get into a circular, even if it's 130. And here, let's bring up solar panels. Way lag. Whoop. Do that maneuver node. 48 seconds? I guess, yeah, with nuclear that's fine. Yeah. So I will quick save often before doing maneuver nodes because I tend to quick time warp to the start of the burns and then subsequently miss the start of the burns. Like now. But it was close enough. And then physics warp. Okay, let's decrease the physics warp a bit. Almost done with the burn. So decrease physics warp and I overshot slightly, but that's fine enough. Now I need Okay, so I need the argument of periapsis to be about here. So I think the best way of doing it... Yeah, with barely being able to get to the moon part's rough. I mean, you can do stuff where you just run around the KSC, getting all the different sites of the different like the buildings there. But I don't like that. I've still got plenty of science that I could pick up from there. But it feels a bit cheesy. I guess oh, 120% heat. I mean, 120% probably isn't that bad. Unless it's an additional 120%. But if it's just 20% extra, I don't think that will be too bad. I mean, most of the stuff... I've built so many rockets where I had heat shields that weren't used. I guess it doesn't help for space planes re-entering. Ending node. Let's try for 600. That nearly gets up into it. Maybe I'll go for like geostationary. Right. Maybe 700? Yeah, close enough. And at the descending node, there. Down to 0. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, is 120% an additional 120%, or just an additional 20%? That periapsis lines up pretty well. Actually... Ones... Okay, lighter greenish one, I guess. 0 degrees, but I guess... slow it down. I could then reduce my apoapsis, I guess. Seems good enough. Actually, let's have a look. Huh. You like making it dive deeper into the atmosphere would make it harder for it to survive. Although space plane re-entry can be annoyingly complicated. Okay. I feel like 20% from vanilla shouldn't be much. Okay, so when you say from orbit of Kerbin, like how high up orbit of Kerbin? Do you mean like 90 kilometers up? 120 kilometers up? Or like 80 kilometers up? One? Yeah, 80 meters a second, that's plenty. And budget. 8-minute long burns, so I will wait the other engine. 13 seconds. We'll then put in the thrust limiter. We want somewhere between the 18 minutes and... Yeah, I mean, are you using heat shields for your... if it's causing issues then? So yeah, I mean, I tend to... like my low Kerbal stuff, that tends to be about 80 kilometers, 90 kilometers tops, really. And if it is higher, I tend to bring it down a bit before then re-entering. It depends, of course. So minute long burn. This one, specific impulse is only 300 seconds, roughly, compared to the 800 seconds, so I want to use less fuel from this and more from the nuclear as much as possible, and in relative terms at least. Quick save so that I can time warp forwards. About 30 seconds. 35-ish. That would do. Yeah, I do notice aerodynamics can be a bit odd when you're traveling high speeds low to the ground. I've had things where basically just come to a dead stop almost in space. Okay, yeah. Yeah, space planes. Yeah, I can see that. Although, like, I've had stuff coming back in from Minmus. In those cases, I dip into the atmosphere as I slow down, but not fully go in for a landing, but just to bring down the apparatus and then go through the atmosphere a few times to slow down. Try to get this as accurate as possible, I guess. I'll just make sure that it was at the right place. Get of 80. Down a bit. Should be about equal, I think. How much am I using? 79. Shut down this engine. 48 seconds. So that's reasonable. Yeah, I guess you just need to slow down more before you start. It's the only thing I can really think of, off the top of my mind at least. I mean, you could do something where you have inflatable heat shield, but you're kind of struggle to get to that tech. Where is Kerbin? Oh, there's Kerbin. I was just spinning around looking for Kerbin. So 48 seconds, half of that will be 24 seconds. Up that. And then hope that we have enough Delta V left to meet up with the asteroid. Close to the apoapsis. Are you doing career mode or science mode? I can imagine career mode with those settings in addition would just be horrible. That much reduced science? More retrograde, I guess. I want to bring this down to 75, I believe. Career mode, ooh. You have reduced income as well, or boost income? Have I lost the... No, I haven't. It's just that overlapping there-ish. Okay. I feel like it would be a pain just to build up the money to build something that would actually get you the science that you need. Yes. We want all these missions, but we also don't want to spend money to actually get those missions. Oops. Now, let's see how much delta V it will take to kind of match up with that. Only 100. Okay. Not so bad then. That's okay. Nice. We'll need to get it to meet up. Yeah. Decrease the budget on projects, including that one which is basically ready to launch. We just need to put it through some final testing. But because of the laws, we've already paid for the delivery, but because of laws where we haven't finished testing our rover, we're not allowed to send it. So we have to put on a mass equivalent for the rocket and then just launch that. Really? Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I find the thing with the like tourist suborbital ones, they're easy, you get the money from it. You need to get enough, I guess, to get a positive money flow on that. I'm not sure how much you kind of spend on propellant and stuff for low-tech space planes. But the issue is I feel like they don't give much money, at least I've stayed trying them up to. And so you have to keep doing those. And I don't feel like doing the same mission 30 times. Unless it's something trivially easy and doesn't take much time. Like, for getting science from the surface of a moon, for example. I've got something on the surface, I just switch over to it and go, yeah, get the science from that, just send it off to orbit, cool, done. Yeah. So I need to get this to be about 60 days away. I wish I had an auto-clicker. Oops, I overshot. Somewhere in here is the possibility of an encounter. Actually, how does the encounter thing work? Number 2, where's number 1? When it's not... There's number 1. Why is it... What? days. This is going to be difficult to time, I think. I'm not getting... Yeah... I'm not getting the markers here, I'm getting them... Ooh, what if I bring my orbit down slightly? So that I stay within the system, maybe then it will show the encounters in urban sphere. Oh great, yeah. Uh-huh. That's just what I wanted to see, yeah. Outside of where I'm going to be. Okay, no, that actually works. Okay. Yay. Okay, so... Yeah, at a certain point it becomes hard to get it to look nice with early game tech, with like a moon mission. I mean, the best thing about the larger fuel tanks is being able to put a larger payload on without it getting too out of proportion. Yes, I do get confused with all those lines, especially when they're overlapping like this. I mean, most of the time it's fine. This is then going to become maneuver 1. Actually, I need to do it at Periaps. So, if I want to... meet here, let's say. I want another orbit, but... Game Y. Just like... get some amount of... Does it work now? Oh. Yeah, I mean, it's annoying to have to go to a tracking center if I want to switch my targets, is the thing. Most of the time I don't do things like that. Oh, thank you. Not rude at the moment. Oh, a lot of lines. Totally no Kessler syndrome here. Right. Right, so I need to just... I thought the target thing wasn't showing, no. That one. You move node, and let's now this. Yeah. Not letting me scroll. Game why? Bye. Let me scroll. I want to zoom out. It's worse. Move 2, and let's just bring that. Oh, why is the circle so big? Oops, too far. Okay, let's just remember how much it is. 190. Put that down. Okay. And release it. Okay. Now, I'm gonna have to do the whole thing of waiting, pushing it. Many orbits later. Wait. I need to select it as a target again, don't I? Yep. And many orbits later. Can I do like it? Oh, nope. I tried shift clicking. Of course, that turned on the engines. What's my current? It hasn't affected things too much. Sometimes I do things like that. I feel very dumb. Because shift clicking is such a common thing to do stuff. Perhaps it's back up to 75. Good, we're done. Dear. Put this one out to like 50 days or something. And then okay. Let me create another maneuver node. Can I switch? Try quick loading. Perhaps. And then this needs to be about 190. This. Yes. Close enough. And then and we need it to be several orbits long. Okay. It's going to be a bit difficult to time. Okay, for this orbit, need to be later. Or apoapsis in first maneuver. Means retiming the second maneuver. Target position in the second one. We'll be ahead of it still. Which means going back to that first maneuver and pushing it out further. To about here. Second maneuver again. Push forwards again. So actually we can see intersect one was still going to be... so I'm going to my first maneuver node. I am speeding up so that my orbit's longer and I've got a longer orbital period, so that at some point I'll be able to get my second maneuver node to line up with when the asteroid's coming. I move my second maneuver node. I need to start bringing it in because I'm starting to get... But, I mean, there is a relatively close intercept here, but I would rather have it be closer to the periapsis. I am going to need to slow down. It will be better to do that when we're closer to the periapsis. Yeah, need to slow down in order to capture. Yep. In some ways it's quite similar to your normal encounters. What is it? Yeah, getting an encounter where you speed up in order to have a longer orbital period in order to slow down. Or you slow down in order to bring your apoapsis down, or your periapsis, and get a shorter period, so that relative to the other object, you're speeding up. So, going back to the first maneuver node, just a bit further. I think I can keep doing that. Oh. Starting to get close to each other. Now it's ahead, so if from here back to this maneuver node, and let's again bring it back down again. Go back in orbit? No. Okay, so somewhere in between what I've just done is the ideal. So ooh, there we go. Accept and target position. Very close. So we go back to our first maneuver. Actually, we are still slightly ahead of it, which means we need to go slower, which means we need to go more prograde. Down just a bit. Way back to periapsis. And means something's happened. Almost had it, so why do I not almost have it anymore? They swapped the orders, didn't they? So I think what happened there is that I ended up swapping the order in which the maneuvers happen. So go ahead and bring this orbit back. Quite unfortunate to do again. Yeah. Okay, so this maneuver is the one which I had as maneuver 1. So orbit back. Now it's too late. Then we've got 500 meters a second difference. Nope. Not what I want. Get rid of that one again. Go back to 1. Back to here. That's what went wrong. Yep. Good, and then let's. For me, it's 10:30. Not too bad. Now it's missed again. The target position I need to do earlier. Later. Okay, so we'll work backwards then from here. A bit slower. I need to arrive a bit earlier. So, doing the opposite of what I had been doing earlier. Slow down. Okay. Let's just suppose for now I was to Maneuver 1, where is that? That is close enough to periapsis. Should be a bit closer. Right, no, it was about remember. The orbit order. Oh, yeah. We'll need that to be earlier. Oh, yeah, way earlier. Not necessarily. Because it enters in about 62 days, but then it needs to get to Kerbin. I don't know how long that will take. Okay. So, I want to... Maybe. But it is something that is possible. Okay. Once again, let's try to delay slightly. Go back to maneuver 2. There. Nope, nope. Stop pressing buttons. I want to move this. Just a bit slower, I guess. I guess it's fine if we encounter... Preferable if we didn't, but not the end of the world, I guess. So... Lower. Means, of course, going faster. There's the other mark. That's target position at intersect 1. Where is intersect 1? There. No clue. Slightly. Over. Because we're escaping. There we go. We still need to be a bit later. So, first maneuver node. 6. So 1 meter a second difference. I've done. Maneuver node. Still behind us. This is a tad complicated. I am also probably going to need to redo the second maneuver node after the first one, because it won't be perfectly in line. Oh well. I need to know... I still need to do the second one in order to find out what the first one will be like. What's that floating apoapsis doing? Okay, that makes more sense. Oh, bit later, I guess. Still. Five meters a second. Down to 1 meter a second difference. Oh no, that's maneuver 2 still. Maneuver 1. Meter a second. Back to maneuver 2 and later. Scale of 200 meters a second. That's not what I need. Okay. Select it. That's getting close. That I might be able to get adjusting the second maneuver. So it's slower. Gets Mog's flying counter. Right, no. That is getting a lot closer. I still need to adjust the first maneuver node. Go 2 meters a second. And just in. And this needs to then be meters a second slower. Then move it to the opposite side of the maneuver node. Different orbit. There we go. So now it's in front. So 2 meters a second in maneuver node 1 is too much. Can bring it back 1 meters a second. Go back to the second maneuver node and bring it back here. And it is close. Okay, but still overshooting. So let's go back to maneuver node 1. Half a meter a second faster. Node 2. Have brought the target position back. Okay, but like, where's the other target position indicator? Why does it do this? Go back. Oh well. Half second. A half meter a second. And back to this one. And we'll just That's close enough. Again, where did... Put it there? That is it there, I think. Intersect 1, yes. That's where it's hiding. Maybe. Yeah, the maneuver planner can sometimes be an absolute pain. Wait. It is step 2 that I'm wanting here. Okay. Sometimes it'll do that. Okay, so now that I'm reoriented, I want to go, yep, slightly slower. That is getting close. Okay. Relative velocity of 50 meters a second. Okay. That can be fine-tuned. By going faster. Yeah. I think I have it there. What about the whole switching to Sec 2 stuff? Sure that for any prograde burns, good. Also adjust the timing of him. So later makes it worse. Earlier will make them closer. Till they disappear. They are getting closer. Also annoying that I'll right click to pin distance and all the details, and then it disappears and I lose that. I'll just much as I can. 0.1 meters a second. Okay. Another 0.1 meters a second. There we go. I have solved it. Can I do another 1 meter a second? Or 0.1 meter a second, I mean? No. That might have to do. Now it might be 87 kilometers distance difference, but it's on the opposite side. So actually I think I will need to so I think I do actually need to bring speed down again. To close 600. 500, 400. And if I... It. Do I lose it? This is going to be a painful encounter to get. Well, the asteroid might pass within 75 kilometers of Kerbin. It's still a pain to actually capture it. Just because it's close doesn't mean it's close. Anything, it being further away from Kerbin would mean that it wouldn't be sped up by Kerbin as much. It would probably make it easier to encounter. Oh well. Second one, but oh well. I will be able to. So, I will save that first maneuver node. Select it. Or you could take me to the moon. I guess that works too. Maneuver. Let's go ahead and put it 10 minutes before maneuver. And time to the margin. Yeah, display on screen. Pause for game, I guess. This is us. Good measure, I'll put it in. Okay, that is that dealt with. How long did that take? 2 hours in, and all I've done is launch this one craft and plan a maneuver. Okay, I mean, what else do I want to actually... This thing is an absolute pain. It's one contract. If you see this, these 2 points never actually line up with my polar satellite. Really frustrating. Class A, nothing really close by for a while. That one I'm just gonna record because it's so much walking. $100 on craft launched. Yeah, it can be like that. SAS deciding to not correct you and keep you on course is also horrible. Or Eve, I guess. Which one comes first, actually? Eve flyby much later, okay. It should. So, because of how much time there is between until I have some of my missions, I might just record time warping, hoping to get close enough to these points that it's within the right region, because the region itself is quite small. And I might launch more polar satellites, just to be able to have the option of getting it. More possibilities of getting it. Maybe like one this way. Right, anyway. Now on, I need to wait. So I've got some other missions ongoing. Let's hide the asteroids for now. Yeah, this one... No, this is my asteroid finding one. This one is on its way to Jewel. It needs to do a mid-course correction at some point. I launched that one ages ago. And... still got 70 days until its mid-course correction. Okay, but once you're orbiting it, can you get them back? I think I might just start planning my Gilly station. Not going to bother figuring out what height it should be at quite yet. One problem at a time? No. I have 10 ongoing missions at once. Right, yeah. Totally. Test something at the launch site? Sure. Do I feel like it? I think this is the thing, this is the orbit it was showing me, and I don't feel like going to that orbit. So part of the reason why I was doing so many missions at the same time is to be able to make sure I get all the contracts that I wanted. Now that I'm going more into planetary stuff, I think I am just going to start time warping more. But first of all, I'll wait until I get my asteroid missions done. Right, I was thinking Gilly stuff. Maybe the Gilly station? Right, I'm the contrarian for saying that the tourists want to come back. Rhino liquid fuel. Actually, let's just do that first. Rhino, which one's that one again? This one? No, that's a mammoth. One's for Rhino. Gonna be one which I don't remember, isn't it? What was one of the more late game ones? Here we go, Rhino. You see, when you pick up a lot of missions, you stop getting them. One thing I have noticed is that once I complete my missions, then I start getting more available missions again. But I do like to collect missions and then, like, oh, I've got 3 missions where I have to send someone to contract complete. And we have to send tourists to the moon. I'll launch them all on the same plane. I think I got 22 Kerbals or something like that. No, probably not anywhere near as much. Might have been more like 12, I guess, Kerbals in a single mission to the moon. I mean, not all of them needed to go down to moon surface, but when the majority of them are going down to the moon surface, I'm not going to design a mission where I'm splitting them up and having to deal with that. Anyway, ghillie stuff. That was totally the ghillie station. I think I'll go tutorial for this one. In which case I don't really need to care about the scanning, although I could launch them all at the same time. Problem is then getting them all. It's ghillie, I don't need to care about those of you. So needs to support at least 10 Kerbals, okay. That might be hitchhikers, or that might be passenger module. The Mark III down to what? Do I go with Mark III cockpit maybe? It doesn't feel like the center of mass should still be in line. Oh well. Does this make more sense, or maybe something this, and then we pretend that this is not just full of fuel tanks? The power of imagination. This has no fuel. I'm still going to carry fuel in it, but it has no fuel. Monopropellant. Does this carry monopropellant? I don't think it does. I guess in that case... Yeah, does this... is it only for Mark II, or do I not have the parts, I guess? I think I don't have the parts unlocked for monopropellants Mark III. 5,000 units of ore. So one thing I do plan on setting up is basically mining ore on ghillie, and then sending that, parachuting that down to Eve in order to get something back up from the surface of Eve. I am pointing no reason. Right, to look here. If we look in experimental aerodynamics, is it? Here's monopropellant one. Oh well. Ghillie's Eve's moon, I'm pretty sure. Unless I've horribly messed up my missions. Now, real life Venus doesn't have a moon, but KSP Eve does have a moon. Let's go over to Eve. All the way in Ghillie, yeah. It's basically an asteroid. It got captured. Look at how lumpy that thing is. I think it might be the thing with the least amount of yeah, I think it's the thing in KSP with the least amount of gravity, which will make landing on it a bit difficult, and staying on it a bit difficult. Because with actual asteroids, you can use the grabby arm things. I know for planets you can't use that, so I don't think you can for Ghillie. I might just need to have a permanent base on Ghillie with the ground called. The ground anchors. So get like an engineer along, puts down the ground anchor, puts a docking port on the ground anchor, and then we dock to the ground anchor. Yeah. I mean, the ground anchor's there, it's just a bit more, slightly more annoying to use than just having the grabby arm. What's it called? The coupling grabbing unit. I mean, grabby arm isn't too far off. If we go to cargo, it is ground anchor. Now, I want to know what size of a docking port to use for it. Well, now, if we go back to 3, I guess, because we'll want to bring this back down to size 2, I guess. You know, size 2 that I can do. Now it won't look too out of place. Was I thinking? Right, I need monopropellant. How much do I need again? 5k? No, only 1.5k, okay. So that could be 2 of these. Oh, that is right. I was hoping this was going to be one of the smaller ones, but no, this is the large one. 750 times 2, right? Yep, 1,500. And then that amount of ore, 5,000 units of ore. Now the large tanks are also size 2s. I might want to start going sideways, rather than just have one very long, skinny one. I mean, I don't technically need that. There's a size 1 attachment at the top, right? Yeah. Just grabbed a random part and it happened to be a nose cone. How do I want to do this? So I'll need about 4 tanks. Containers. I don't technically need anything else. Oh, I only have liquid fuel at the moment I'm locked on this. Didn't realise that. I also don't have the engine thingy. Oh well. We have a cargo ramp, but I don't think that's especially useful. But the cargo bay might actually be useful. Like this. Actually, this root part there. Waste. I put them on the sides, except then they're. I mean, I don't need the doors to be opened ever. Them. Okay. let's just try again. I mean, yeah, I think on 100% heat, you at least see the temperature meter from re-entering from a moon flyby. I tend to only go into shallow re-entries from a moon directly, at least. If I have fuel, then I'll decrease my speed. Like, I'll directly slow down. But if I don't have fuel, then I'll tend to go for a more shallow re-entry rather than actually trying to land. And then just land on future orbits. I want to put this height. I do. The cupola module is just too good to pass up on. Now then, I want action wheels. Don't need this. Batteries, I guess, next. Got the 4K right? Yeah. Don't think anything will attach here. I try to put something here, 2x symmetry. It does work. That might be an option. To not, like, cover up all their windows. We'll see. This for now. Need docking ports. Guess I could put a docking port underneath here. Right, I am also going to want a Vertitron on this. Yes. I've heard of a mod where what was it? Like, yeah, the actual G-forces can make your Kerbals go unconscious and then you lose control. Which is realistic and also absolutely horrifying. But stock, I don't think you actually lose control of Kerbals. I haven't had it happen at least. Like, the picture will go slack, but you still were able to control the rocket. Right? Oh. I am thinking of switching out to just hitchhikers. How much? Let's give me 1 crew capacity. Ah. Guess I've just never had a 10G sustained. Speaking of control, do I go hitchhikers instead? I might. We'll then need 2 more spaces. Or 1 more space. How would I want to do that? And you have a top hatch there? What? Yeah. Okay. That root part. Hatch all that. Off to the side at least. So if I do this, I've got 9 spots. And this time I will block off their windows. I have enough size. Oh, I could put a research lab, I guess. That would fit 2 Kerbals. I'll make it so the research lab gets to have their windows, but no one else. Wonder what's more stable, using structural tubing or using fairing interstaged parts. That something. That stronger, or is this stronger? What mass is more? This is 0.13 tons. Five. Uh, 0.133, 0.665 tons if I was to instead do fairing. Less tonnage. Might go into stage fin. You can. Do it like that if you want to. And also do something like this. Ooh, actually. Flipping into flipping into the sides. Could be fixed back. No. Oh, maybe I will go structural tubes. This cargo unit. Right-clicking structural tubes. Oh. Yep. Is that what you meant by extending? Actually, way to tell if the mass of that. Is it the same mass as, like... Are all of these the same mass? Or is this the same mass as multiple of these? I don't know. That is the trouble of having the long ones. Oh, I've already got one in there. Okay. Better to have it lower down. Although, the order around. Where did the probe core go? There it is. And it works already. Yeah, could do that, but yeah. Oh, figuring out docking. Longer. Look like that. I want side docks, perhaps. I mean, thematically, it would make sense to go. Docking ports even show on this. The surface attachments. Are they? No. I don't tend to look for docking ports in this menu. But, I mean, I guess they might be in here. I don't. Oh, yes, they are. I mean, if I'm getting probes to deliver ore up to the station, it makes sense to attach them there. Perhaps anything else I would want to put inside. I don't have any liquid fuel on this yet. Or oxidizer. I mean, so normally I'll do the like fuel tanks and stuff using the size, or if I want to adjust sizes, I'll use this. But typically go by function. What was I thinking? Fuel, yes. In which case I'm looking for a size 2 part. That'll do. Maybe it would make sense to put them on here. And put the engines. I don't need strong engines on this though. I do want fuel storage to then transfer to other vehicles. Decisions. How much is that? 120 times 2. Yeah. 400. Do I want more than that though? How much is this? That should be enough fuel. Good. Then like this. To reduce the height a bit. Way. Okay, there we go. Let's put that up. And then put something underneath this. So or I could go with I think that might make more sense. Springs to size 1, I think, I'd guess. And then what do I pick here? Yeah. Vacuum delta V, 2 kilometers. Can I get something that looks better though? Could go with aerospikes. Not that it's particularly the use case for aerospikes. Go with over the top. That's a jet engine. Nice. Use maybe a poodle. Size fits more, but look over the center of mass. Over down. So I'm thinking of putting science parts on here not to actually collect the science from it, but when I have a mission to collect science from stuff. Yeah. In any case, I think I'm going to put this in equatorial orbit and then have something else doing a polar orbit. Might make sense to have this as one of the relay satellites then. And just have 2 other relays. Pull up the Delta V map. Gilly. 30 meters a second to get to a 10-kilometer orbit. What kind of strength do I want on? So that feels like overkill. This, you know, like attached center. Possibly I could put them underneath. I think if I do this, it would make most sense. Decoupler, flipped upside down, then again size 2 payload, flipped up. No, except I need this to still remain. Okay, can't detach the payload. Shell thing. Take up too much view of the lab. Actually, I could put them on top of here. That would also then cap off. That's now interfering with the door, but I don't think that matters too much. Can lower it down. Ooh, which one's part? Okay, so we'll mix these, but then I will have okay, it's like this. And I'll put separatrons in them later, not right now. Save that for now. Okay, I also need radiators. I'll need to attach them to that top battery in order to actually work convertitron. Set them a bit. And they line up with the bottom of the batteries. How much? This is the large one, right? Transfer max. No, core heat transfer 200 kilowatts. How much was it again for the large convertitron? High cooling, max cooling 200. That's how much this one was, right? Also 200. Okay. Yeah, so 2 each should be enough. Maybe we're pointing directly towards the sun, who knows. Yeah, they are attached to the battery, so they should work with the convertitron. Emphasis on should. I'll also need solar panels. Thinking I'll attach them on this. On Gans's. That should be enough energy production. These are 24.4 a second. $30 a second. Yeah, so we'd have more than enough with 2. Although maybe some of them are in the shade. Could do something like this. I mean, yes, it is small. I guess I won't be in the shade for long, but if it's in an orbit such that the sun is over in that direction, these solar panels won't be getting any sunlight. So more than Gilly getting in the way and causing issues, it's the what's it called? It's the station itself getting in the way. Sun's on top, then we'll get 4 still. In this configuration at least. In this configuration, no matter what angle the sun's at, we should be getting at least 4 solar panels. I guess if it's something like this, we'd get 2, and then part of these 2, not full efficiency, and then these ones would be occluded. Yeah. I mean, the goal isn't necessarily to always have them all in view, but we're running both convertitrons at the same time. I need 4. 30 electric charge. 60 electric charge. I would only need 3 actually at full efficiency. Yeah, it'll work. Should be sufficient. And then plus running everything else, I guess. I would have 8 energy per second spare for that. Fine, I guess. Just final checklist, I guess I'll go through all of these quickly. Got fuel, yep. Got engines. We have, it should be enough reaction. That's right. 4 reaction, 4, what are they, advanced? Yeah, 4 advanced. Could put on RCS, but it's going to be pretty heavy. I don't think it's going to do much. Structural, yeah, I probably should. Want more docking ports. Maybe just in case I will a couple more. Good night. And good luck with your 10% science. Yeah, I live in Eastern Canada. Getting towards midnight for me. Put on the separatrons. Down here. sure. On not perfectly in the center because we want to push them outwards, but should do. So, I mean, I'll typically go live either between 8 or 9 local time for me. So between 3 to 4 hours ago, effectively. No. 2.5 to 3.5 hours ago. Yeah. Okay, that's slightly annoying me. Why? That's lined up. Why are the flags not lined up? Oh dear. Frostweight 0.16. Actually, if I go 31. Oh, okay. Probably need to strap this up. Yeah. Thanks for joining. It was a pleasure chatting. And thank you for the tips, like having the button to have the filters. That was very useful, thank you. So yeah, the reason for that monoprop is for some reason I need to have 1,500 units of monoprop on my station around Gilly. I could probably just use monoprop as engines. If it wasn't for the contract, I would definitely not have those monoprop tanks here. I need anything? I think I need any of these. Products? Nah. Coupling? Not really. Payload? No. Yes, copy of these. Yeah, just to be clear, I typically stream weekly rather than daily or anything. You have a very good point. I am planning on putting a permanent mining base on Gilly. Thank you for that. I've done that before, just didn't think of it this time. And yeah, that much monopropellant around Gilly of all places. Actually, there is the Werner engine, I think, which is monoprop. No, this is still liquid fuel. What's the monoprop one? Puff. Put that into its own. What's the... Wait. Evan. Is there a way to sort... This is by resource, but it's not like things using monopropellant. Is there anything else that uses monoprop? Any other engine? These are all fuel, liquid fuel. Yeah, the Verner's liquid fuel. I could just do this, and then actually fill up the monoprop and drain the fuel. That's only actually still only 400 meters a second. Okay. I mean, you know, maybe my 34 thrust weight ratio will be too much thrust to maneuver. Could always bring the thrust limits down. How much does that bring it to? Okay, 0.5%. That might be doable. If I then have my thrust at like half thrust. That is going to be drag, but fine. Hopefully it'll be fine. And I think just as a backup method, I might have a couple more of these. 4 of these will be 200. For the bottom there. Okay, so first of all, it will want, just in case. There is a way to, how do I do it again? There's a way to like get a full stack of, how do you do it? Well. That way. And, handful of these. Now, back from my checklist, or not actually looking at my checklist, just my arts checklist, I guess. I've got generation and storage. I've got relays. And I think I'll... Although I am planning on doing a polar one, so I think I'll leave science to the polar one. Leave that. Build the fairing. And also put it into action group 1. Okay. No. I think I'll leave it at that for now. What's tonnage? 73 tons, yeah, okay. I'll leave it like that, and then I will put it into the planetary stage, which will also have the relay satellites. Do that. You... Can I start with just... Yes, I can. Okay, cool. Just interstage nodes. So, I do have a relay net one. That's a bit big up. I want something. That is the question. Have a couple of more. Something like that, and then another that. Ooh. Off the page nodes. Okay, or turn it back on again. Yeah, what's the SAS on these? Octo. Just stability assist. Okay, I want a bit more than that. It's for convenience sake. So, actually, I think I'll try to keep to the same size though. We'll keep that in there for now, just nice. That actually. So maybe I could have it the other way around there. I won't build them both at the same time, just build one and copy it. Size 0. Fuel tank underneath. Turn off interstage nodes. Now, I want to put them back on to be able to have a probe in there. While I remember that, Now I can turn them off. It could fit. I mean, so these will always be in contact with the main one. Could have enough distance coverage. Could go for something like that though. Would be an option. If I want it to reach a KSC. No, I need it to be a relay. Okay. I don't remember. I've got a calculator to calculate the signal strength between the planets. Oh, yeah, between planets and stuff. I just haven't used it in advance. I need to remember how it works and put all the details in. But if a 2A works, RA2 works, then yeah. I mean, I have the backup of I'll have main station to communicate to. That has 2 RA15s. Hopefully it will work one way or another. Go back down to size 0 stuff. Engines. Go with an ad. Am I still on Gilly? Yes, I am. Cross weight. 33 meters a second. Can I do better with Spark? Also 33. P15 versus 320, yeah. Jet engine. No other engines, okay. That's 0.13 tons compared to 0.02. Let's go with the Atvan, but then maybe have. Why is that one it took? And solar panels. That's for large ones. Yeah, how do they look? Clip at all? No. Okay. Could be enough. Let me just check. What's these ones? 1.6 charge. I think 68 charge per second. How much is in the battery? 200. I could go. That's still not. because this is only should only get me up to 48 per second. And I'd have 2 bits per second. Although I can't remember if it actually uses power if in the like relay ones. Like if it's not within physics range. Turn to stage nodes. Especially realistic for this, so I think I will add on more battery power. Could go with a wider satellite. No, not asteroid recovery at the moment. Planning a ghillie mission. In which case I might as well go with size 1 fuel stuff. Let's just do another quick engine comparison. Yeah. Actually, let me just remember, it's... how much is it? 30... I mean, 30 Delta V would be enough. Actually, no, I'm looking at the energy cost of the moment, right. So these... I don't want the engine to be too long. I want it to fit in this space easily. And the more compact, the better. Again, right, size 1. And is there anything in the surface touch only one? Could have side engines. And I would need 2 of them. Let's keep that in mind. Should be another smaller engine. Got that was attached anywhere. There, no, it's... yeah, it's still liquid fuel. Interesting. I mean, since I am planning a ghillie mission, I guess it is kind of still Asteroid, right? It's on 87... 62... 21... There. Peace out. 80. I might get rid of the ant in that case. I have a couple of Verners. Right, the purpose of Verners is to be the S ones. But like RCS control rather than actual monoprop. What about a couple of pitches? Only. Yeah. About the spiders. Oh, there's the spiders. Also 74. I mean, I guess it gives me more fine control if I use spiders for thrust weight ratio compared to having 86 but 61 thrust weight ratio. If I bring that down to I can bring it down low. Yep, I am also. I've got this whole station that I've got planned to send up for mining. Should probably also send the mining stage. Mining base. Of the old engine thing. Now to put some more solar power back on. I know I don't technically need these, but it kind of would make more sense to have it like that. Okay. I attach that temporarily. That in, and then put it in. Clipping slightly. Okay, well, I guess I've got that extra space then. In which case, I guess I might as well fill it. Right, by putting an engine on top of my engine, right, yeah, that's totally the best use of my space there. Guess it would make most sense. More battery. Okay. Maybe just have anything of monopropellant. To move it out in the first place. Makes more sense this way, I think. And then engines, command and control. And I can just go with the these ones. I will make this root part. And then just make these two whole. Same with this. Yep. That'll just be to push us off from here. I think that should be enough to do that. But sure, actuation toggles, don't do any of those. Got a reaction wheel for that. And I guess I'll put some lights on it. Put it down just in case. Two. Just to make sure that the monopropellant isn't obscured. I don't think these need anything in particular. Don't have science on them. Fine. Okay. Copy that. Oh. Copy. Right, it's root part. And I should probably put the mining thing in here. Maybe just its own in its own section there. Okay, so I'll make this again. Then another might go larger. Transfer unit. One which I'd like to test. To have striker, and then in here I will push unit, and then a different locking ports. See what matches. I'm not going to do that. It's fine if it's not controllable. I'm not wanting it to be controlled. To test how large the ground anchor is. think I need to pick up first. Equipment away. And I think that looks like a junior. Okay, it's too much space, so if I do construction directly, junior size. Could I still just put a regular docking port on still? I think I will do that. Oh, can pull it up. I think I'll design the mining section next time. I was going to say as a sub-assembly and then attach it to the other one, but it's getting a bit late. We'll just do slap together fuel tanks, put this on top. Docking port senior. Or a junior, or regular. We'll need some amount of fuel, but we need to keep it. To go up to the whole size 2 and then just pick the smallest. I'll need to have a part as well. Creep. And I will also want the docking ports. And then I will need ability. Does it feel like it's... something like that. Batteries. Not sure how long the Gilly Night is, but I'll save that for now. And that'll be it for today. Between maybe by next week I'll have recorded some more time progress doing some other missions. More just physically time-consuming ones that I don't feel like streaming. And maybe I'll go back, I'll have more asteroid stuff to do, maybe I won't. If I don't, then I'll be doing ghillie stuff next week. I hope you've all enjoyed. Nothing especially noteworthy happened this week, but oh well, that happens. Sometimes you just need to do prep.